Before I bought this particular mouse, I thought that all of the reviews were just hype, saying that this might be the best mouse out there for productivity, and this might be the best, mouse for ergonomic as well. Not until I purchased this mouse 6 months ago, and I've been using it back to back, and I can confirm that it was not hype. If you wonder what mouse I'm talking about the Logitech MX Master 3. Now, this mouse is probably the most ergonomic mouse out there. And if you look at the way it's not designed like a conventional mouse that you would normally see in the market. It's designed in such a way that it fits your hands perfectly well, no matter how big your hands are. It sits rightly on your hands, and there is no finger left on your deck. So even your thumb has somewhere where you sit on, and your pinky finger has somewhere as well where it rests on without having to be, on your deck and just sliding through. Now, this mouse is pretty much made with plastic. But not just any other plastic, is made with recyclable plastic and durable plastic for that matter. And there are certain traces of aluminium obviously on the mouse, so the scroll wheels are made of aluminium, but the top of this mouse have some rubber grip. So I can say the build quality is fairly nice, it's fairly premium, and it feels really nice. This particular one has 7 different keys that are customizable, and among the 7 keys is one thing that makes this mouse stand out among every other mouse out there. It's this vertical scroll wheel. Now, this is referred to as a vertical scroll wheel, or also known as a thumb wheel, because when you put your hand on this mouse, you would use this to scroll onto the side, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people that I know purchases this mouse, and that's because it helps you in productivity. So for instance, if you're editing in Adobe Premiere Pro, or if you're editing in DaVinci Resolve, you can use, or even CapCut, you can use this to increase, to zoom out your timeline or zoom in your timeline, which is why this key is very important. This particular button, this is very important. Now, among the other buttons that it has is the regular, left and right click buttons. It also has a scroll wheel here. Now, this scroll wheel is another part of this mouse that is amazing. Now, there are 2 kinds of scroll wheel patterns or mode on this mouse. Now, there's the MagSpeed, and then there is the free wheel. Now, what that means is, if you activate the MagSpeed, or alternatively known as your ratchet mode, it gives you a conventional mouse click or scroll where it feels tactile, and you can feel this bump on it. But if you click on this side and you change the mode, to the other mode, which is now the free roll mode, that tactile move goes away, and you can just scroll it like this, and it just keeps rolling. And Logitech has said that this particular mouse can scroll up to 1,000 lines per second, and I believe them, because this thing is damn fast. It is damn fast. Another of the keys that it has, at the side where you have the other scroll wheel, you have 2 other keys. Now, these 2 other keys are also customizable, but by default, they are customized to be back and front. And it then has another key at this other side, which is called the gesture key. Now, these gesture keys are keys that you can use in 4 different ways. You can or 5 different ways actually. You can either just click on it. If you're using a Mac, you can click on it, and it can open all of your windows. If you're using a Windows, I don't know what it does, because I don't use a Windows, I use a Mac. But that is one thing that this particular key can do. Another thing this button can do is, you can hold on to this button and you can just slide on your table, and that can either increase your volume, and the slide the other way, which is the left side now, that could decrease your volume depending on what customization you customize this to be. You can also click on this button and slide back, and that would perform another function. And you can also click on it and slide forward, which also will perform another function. Another question in your mind would be, why do I need all of these features in the mouse? It's just a mouse. I just want to select and pick. But if you're in the creative space, if you're in the design space where you need to get things done really fast, all of this comes in handy. For instance, I have customized these 2 buttons to be my copy and paste. So oftentimes when I'm designing in my design software, Affinity Designer, I do not have to reach out to my keyboard and press Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V, Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. All I just do is copy, paste, copy, paste. I've also customized this to be my delete button. So I can literally copy, paste, and delete just using this guy without having to reach to my keyboard and pressing, delete, copy, paste. So this hand can probably be doing something, maybe holding my camera or sipping coffee while this guy just do all the work. Whatever you customize this to do, it is customized specifically to different applications. So I can customize this button to be copy and paste in Affinity Designer, whereas in Affinity Photo, I can customize this to be back and front or undo and redo. This mouse comes in the Mac version and the Windows version. There are no difference between these versions, but there are no major difference between this version. There are three differences, which is not major, like I said earlier. One of them is color. So obviously, if you're buying the mouse for a Mac version, it comes in a gray color, and the gray is just so you can fit, more of your hardware aesthetics. And then it also comes, or doesn't come rather, if you're buying for the Mac, it doesn't come with a dongle. Now the Windows version comes with a dongle, which you most likely would not need because this is a Bluetooth mouse. Another thing that the Windows version comes with is it comes with a Type-C to a Type-A cable, but the Mac version does not come with Type-C to a Type-A cable. The Mac version comes with a Type-C to a Type-C cable. That is basically the difference between the Mac version and the Windows version. That does not make a significant difference if you ask me. You can do without those things. This mouse also can connect to 3 different devices, which is another good thing about this mouse. At the back of it, you can see it has number 1, number 2, and number 3, and these are different profiles for different devices. So you can connect this to your laptop. If you have 2 laptops, you can connect it to your 2 different laptops, and even your iPad or your phone if it supports mouse control. Now, selecting these different profiles are very simple. You just need to click on this button and it changes to the next profile. Now, if you want to connect this to a new profile, to a new device, all you have to do is hold on to the button until it starts to blink. Once it starts to blink, that tells you that it's in pairing mode, and then you can pair this to whatever device you want to pair it to, which is very simple. Another great thing about this mouse is that the battery life. The battery life is insane. Now, this mouse can go on a single charge for 3 different months. 70 days essentially is what Logitech says. I find that I've only charged this mouse twice since I purchased it, and I purchased this mouse sometime in December last year. This is June, so pretty much that is about 6 months now, and I've only had to charge it twice. But if for some reason it goes down, it has fast charging as well, so it comes with a Type-C charger, as opposed to other mouse out there that would normally come with a normal regular micro USB-A, which in my opinion, this is 2025. Anything that does not have a Type-C charger should be outdated because of the ease of use. I mean to say, you don't have to worry if you're putting it wrongly or rightly. It should be as simple as that. Like I said, you can customize all of these buttons on the mouse using the Logitech app. Now, the Logitech app is called Logic Options, and depending on your OS, you might get Logic Options or you might get Logic Option Plus. Now, with that particular software, that is where you can get to see the battery life of your mouse. It's also where you can now customize the different keys and customize them based on what you want them to do and the functions you want them to be able to perform in different softwares. Also, with that particular software, you can use what is called Logic Flow. And what that does for you is you connect this mouse to 2 different devices. Say you have your Windows and your Mac, and you have Logic Options on both of these devices. You can use this mouse to copy and paste things from one device to the other, as long as the apps are both on the device. All you have to do is just click on that and you just drag it to the next screen. Literally, you just drag in and drop in and it starts to copy instantly. Now, the only downside to this mouse is that there are 2 downsides. Now, one of them is the clicking noise. It's very clicky, so if you click on it, you can hear the clicking noise. Now, another downside to this mouse is it only comes for people that are right-handed. So if you're left-handed, I'm sorry, you can't use this mouse. Logitech does not provide or do not create a left-handed option. Now let's talk about price. This mouse is not cheap for most people out there. Most people would not see why they would have to buy this mouse for the price that is worth. Now currently, this mouse is being sold for around 159 USD. In Naira, in Jumia, I'd seen before making this video that this mouse is currently being sold for 210,000 naira, and I get it. This mouse is not for everybody, to be honest. This is not a regular mouse. Let's start with that. It's not your conventional mouse. It's not for everybody. It's not for, even though, again, let me take that back. So anybody can use this mouse. Anybody can use this mouse. If you're using Excel, if you're an accountant, if you're a designer, you can use this mouse. but because of the price point, it's not for everyone. It's regarded as one of the premium mounts out there. So for 210k, it seems like a lot. Now I didn't get mine for 210k. I purchased mine for 60,000 at the time that I purchased it, and that is because I didn't buy it brand new. I had got mine from a guy on GG for 60k sometime last year. Whenever you think about this mouse, do you think it's too pricey? Do you think the feature that it has are not worth the price? Do you think it's something you would like to try out and maybe purchase? I can tell you this for free though, that if you buy this mouse, your budget is one and done. There is no problem that is going to happen within the point of you using this mouse because of how it's been built. But that's just my opinion. I would like to know what you think about this mouse. I'd like to know if you think it's too pricey or if it's not too pricey. Let's have that conversation in the comment section below. And thank you for staying to this point. Please like if you find this video helpful. Please share and subscribe. I guess that's all for today. See you guys in the next one, and bye.